Российский премьер подчеркнул, надо усилить сотрудничество в рамках союзного государства, а на совещании в правительстве обсуждали, как сохранить доступность лекарств.
Больницы не должны.
В рамках союзного государства, а на совещании в правительстве обсуждали, как сохранить.
Darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Good morning.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, man.
Good
What's
morning,
up,
Reload Crew. What's up, Devout Lions here, guys?
What's up, man? What's up? I'm ready to climb the mountain. Ready for the mountain, dude. What?
You know what mountain I'm climbing, man? The freaking time change.
Yeah.
I hate springing forward, man. I hate it.
It is the worst holiday.
Like it's 5:30. What are you doing?
Got another hour, man.
Dude, what about the Russian propaganda, man? Everybody's fighting propaganda all over the world. Even the Russian people are like, don't believe it. It's all propaganda. No war. We don't want it.
My favorite part about that is when you have ice in your veins. Like, she just...
the newscaster's like, oh, God, she's going to get me killed.
Yeah.
That lady was fine. She's dead, right?
I didn't do shit. As soon as the KGB came in.
She's in Siberia right now. Like,
she's in the gulag.
Water hose. Yeah.
She's like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Like,
I don't know what's going on back there. I'm just looking forward. I'm reading what Putin told me to say.
Yeah, that sounds like the security guy's fault. That's what that sounds like.
Like, how did you even get in there?
Yeah,
it was like no war, stop the war.
Yeah,
it's all propaganda. Don't believe it. Dang,
you think she was a double agent? You think like she works there and she like chose to go out like that? That's the only way I think she could have got in there. She raging, boy. She raging.
Everyone's having trouble with the time change.
It's a Tuesday. It's Tuesday. What did you expect?
Having a bad morning. It's
the black hole of Tuesday.
I know y'all can hear that. This mic picks up everything in the house.
Yeah, man. Good thing we put that paneling up.
Guys? What's going on, Reload Crew? How y'all doing this Tuesday morning? What's up, Rockadoodle? Good morning. Cockadoodle-doo. Jake, what's going on, brother? Big Mama Steph, what's going on? Made it through Monday, right? Good gracious, yesterday was weird. Charlton James, Brave Nation in the house representing. What's going on, brother? We always appreciate you guys coming in and spending your mornings with us, man. It means a lot. Tell you what, man, the reload helps me. Like, I'm ready to go. When the reload ends, I'm pumped. I'm ready to take on freaking Illuminati. Tammy Stegall, what's up, sis? Good morning. Good to see you. Grumpy, what's going on, man?
Yeet.
Tammy C in the house. Chilling.
In the house.
Hillbilly Homesteader. Good morning. Good morning. Finding Keno. What's going on? William.
Good morning.
Good morning. Candle. Good morning. Ghetto. What's up?
Ghetto. Got a new pick.
Yeah. Hoot out. It's still Tupac though. Hoot out. What's up, man? Good morning, brother. Glad you're here, man. Debbie Sims. Good morning. Good morning. Elusive in the house. What's up? Yard dog. What's up, man? You find any of those big spiders yet, man? They coming. It's the spider apocalypse, y'all. Y'all watch. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Miss Ghetto in the house. Sherry Leach, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Gracie Grace, good morning.
I like
The
that
full Monty in the house. What's going on? All right, y'all. So this morning, in Devout, we're gonna kind of dive deeper into what's going on here in the United States of America, right? We always talk about the blue states. We always talk about the major cities and how they're crap holes. And so I'm always like, why though? Why do they have to be so bad? I've always stand by my theory that the metropolitan idea doesn't work. You know, you get these large population centers, and eventually over time, this is what happens. You know, it takes a tremendous amount of money and resources to keep them going. You know what I'm saying? And it also takes a tremendously large police force to keep the streets safe. So you get these places where they're defunding police and they're decriminalizing this, that, and the other, and they're making, you know, things that were harsher crimes, they're just making them misdemeanors and putting people right back out on the streets. And you get all these problems in these major cities, you know. So I want to talk about San Francisco, man. They have a 12. I didn't know this until I started looking into it yesterday. They have a $12 billion budget.
I know, right? Right.
Just one city has a 12 billion with a B. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
The heck's all that money coming from, you know? And what are they spending it on? Their city sucks. I would
It's
never
just
move
taxes,
to California,
right?
Period. But
Right.
one of their cities, heck no, man. Like if I had to go to California, I'd be up like the northern part of the state where all the big state parks are in the wilderness.
Nice.
And go nowhere near Southern California. Anyway, before we get into that though, we have a little update from is this from Memology?
John Talks.
John Talks. It's from John Talks, man. There's some crazy other stuff that's going on in the world too. India fired a missile into Pakistan. They said it was an accident. You know, both of them have nukes, so everyone's always like, India and Pakistan, please calm down. There's enough going on in the world right now.
Say, I didn't know that. That's great. That adds just context to it. They're always ready for war.
Always, dude.
Always.
All right, so check this out. It's a little quick clip just to give you some headline news. Calm down, India. Good God, man. Please don't. Like Pakistan, they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it.
They could have accidental nuke drop right there. Like, what do you mean? Like,
I don't know, man. And what about the thing? They're saying
number 4?
Time change. Yeah, they're saying the time change is going to cause like stroke and heart disease.
Oh yes. Are you sure?
Totally not experimental injections at all. Not that at all. But definitely, yeah, time change causes stroke, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the headline says.
Also, nuclear war is bad for the climate.
Medical advice. Let me just put that there immediately.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yes. Nuclear war is also bad for the climate, dude. You know, it'll kill birds or something. I don't know.
No, man. It'll lower global temperatures.
Oh, and make it like it will fix the problem. Yeah, nuclear winter.
Pop a couple of those bad boys off. Hope you're all right. Climate change solved right here on this show. Right, we got it. Let's do it.
Right.
Me and Pakistan, go ahead.
Yeah. If all the humans are dead, climate change doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like an AI fixing it. Yeah.
Yeah, then the rest of all the animals and plants can breathe a sigh of relief.
That's
crazy, man. It's crazy what's going on in the world. Like the whole India accidentally firing a missile into Pakistan.
It's just side news. That's side news. Like, but everyone who's heard about it, what the hell? Accidentally, quote unquote. Like,
oh man. All right, guys. So we're gonna dive into San Francisco. I'd like to start doing a couple of these shows where we dive in deeper into what's going on in these major cities, like Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, all over the country. And I think we'll notice a trend that all the problems in these major cities in our country are pretty much the same thing. You know, it's these policies, man. It's the people who run their cities. into the ground. Diversity hires and whatnot.
Yay.
All right. Let's start it off. San Francisco.
We're talking about the police, courts, prosecutors, and City Hall. It's a system that should be working together, but parts of it are pretty broken. And if you live in San Francisco, you're the one paying for it, figuratively and literally. The city alone has a $12 billion annual budget. Billion with a B. That's more than many countries. But here, major retail stores have become crime scenes. Gun violence doubled last year. Burglaries are at the highest levels in recent history. Car break-ins have spiked more than 170% in parts of the city. And despite a ballooning street cleaning budget, triple the size of other major cities, San Francisco is still averaging more than 80 complaints per day about feces on streets and sidewalks.
That's the sad irony. It's such an incredibly wealthy and resourceful, beautiful city. It's not so pretty anymore.
San Francisco may be the tech capital of the universe and one of the most progressive cities in America, but it's still struggling with homelessness, crime, drug use.
Free Basin. All right, so we're going to kind of follow like different neighborhoods in San Francisco, because one thing that they do there is they'll push all the, or not all of it, they'll push most of the homeless and stuff and encampments into different neighborhoods. So we're going to look at their Tenderloin neighborhood, and it's like the central part of San Francisco. It's kind of like the art district. It's in between a bunch of their big museums and exhibits and all this stuff. But like every day, man, it's like a state of emergency there. Like after the night, they have to have like morning crews immediately go through and clean up all the garbage and pressure wash all the human crap off everywhere, and you know, get all the overdoses to somewhere. But anyway, Jerry, what's up, man? Good morning. Mad Shad in the house. What's up, brother? Definitely living in the past, man. Or we're just in the future and you're in the present. That's the way I look at it. I want to fall back.
You're just thinking about that springtime hour again.
I feel it, man. I feel it. Takes me a couple of weeks to get used to the new schedule. I hate it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Big pull out of the BB gun and start blasting. What are y'all talking about? Oh, God. Just get a pet bat, no more spiders really quick.
There you go.
Oh, they're still talking about the spider invasion. I can't wait, man. I'm looking. After the last freeze, I'm really going to be looking.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, San Fran, that's just to give an overview. So we're going to go into the Tenderloin and just look at kind of what's going on from day-to-day basis. And then we're going to go to a different part of San Francisco, like a different neighborhood, and show like it's even in upscale neighborhoods are dealing with some of the same problems.
For those who live and work in San Francisco's Tenderloin, it is just another day in a state of emergency.
We made it to school.
Parents like Maggie Fungula will have to get their child to school with or without an organized escort.
Sometimes I gotta go on the street with my baby because I don't want my baby to see that environment.
Yeah, man, this is the cavalry.
Neighbors like Alex Alvarado will spend another day trying to keep that environment off of their doorstep.
And my territory is my territory, man, and I tell them both the users and the dealers. And I don't want the drugs in front of my doors.
And then there are the thousands, at least 8,000 people without homes in this city, many of them living along the alleys and sidewalks of this neighborhood.
That's a long story. 27-year-old story.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Fairfield.
One block, there are signs of improvement. Walk another, it is encampments and people in obvious crisis with seemingly no intervention at all. The Tenderloin looks a lot like a city wrestling with an emergency decades in the making.
8,000 homeless in that city, man. You know, the city that I live in, the population is like 8,500. So basically, my entire city is just homeless.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. That's nuts, man. And they're living on the streets, doing drugs and crapping everywhere, living in tents. All of them are kids, too. But Independent Mini, what's going on, sis? Good morning. Good morning. Art Livin, what's up, man?
Where that gas fire?
Where's that gasifier, man? We've been talking about you all last week.
Yes.
We're all pumped, man, foaming at the mouth for it. I promise.
Right. My thing is, like, you could build one skyscraper, which is like, you know, let's say $500 million. All right. Which you have 12 of them. One skyscraper can hold 12,000 people. That's all the homeless. Just make a homeless skyscraper, shove them in there. Like, you know, like there's ways you can do this.
You know what? You're right. I'd get them off the street for a little bit, but I don't think the problem with the homeless is that they don't have a home.
No, it's that they don't want it. They don't have the motivation.
A symptom of their lifestyle.
Yeah, they don't have the motivation.
A lot of them have mental health issues. A lot of them are addicted to drugs that they can't get off. They're not getting help from anybody. They don't know what to do.
But I mean, that could be like the homeless headquarters to give them help there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's that $12 billion. You can't come up with some kind of system like a home system to help people get off the street.
There could be a doctor there. There could be a therapist.
Yes, find out what they need. Yes. You know, why are you on the street? You know, you're right. It's better than taking a crap. At least have some beautiful facilities that are clean.
That's what I was going to say. We can have public toilets
on the street.
Yes, there's not public toilets. Like, there's not like just potties like all down the streets. It should be. Also, the alleyways. Are you working on it? I'm proud of you, man. Okay.
Yeah, man. Hey, are you going to make like videos for your steps, man? Because I'm gonna copy everything you do. Because I have a nice junk pile too. And Big Chap posted on his community post last week. I think it was Thursday or Friday. He posted a schematic for one. Yeah, I screenshotted it. I was going to kind of use it as a jumping board, but keep us updated on your progress, brother. I'm serious, man. That's going to be important technology.
And like the alleyways, like, why don't they build like hobbit holes, like something that goes in the building and it gives you like a mini shelter, or just over buildings who are really close together, just put like a roof over it down the middle where you're sheltered from rain. Yeah. Like, at least corral them, you know, off the walking sidewalk. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the alleys would be, you know, crap, but I mean, something. I know I would appreciate it if I had, like, you know, that if I was homeless.
At least an alley to crap in.
Well, I mean, you know, with like a roof over alley. Well, like each alley gets a toilet, obviously, but I mean, like, there's like a roof over it, you know, right there in the middle. They're already touching. I'm just saying. There's things. I just
got ideas, man.
I'm 20. You can come up with something.
Just go fix it.
I promise you, if I had $12 million, I don't know if I'd fix it, but stuff be happening. All right. Like,
right. So.
Yeah, I'll be doing stuff.
That's what's up, Tammy. Sarah Chicken spent their first night in the coop. They did good. That's what's up.
Nice.
Yeah, I think they do too, Miss Cato. It's all part of their plan. Prepper Steady, what's up, brother?
What up?
Yeah, porta potties. That's what I mean. Like they're spending all this money to send people to clean up the crap, right?
Yeah.
So I think we actually have our next clip it covers that.
Yeah.
For those who live and work in San Francisco's Tenderloin.
Oh, wrong one.
As part of the city's program, the homeless were to be temporarily housed in hotels.
1,000 units right here in the Tenderloin being rehabilitated into good.
These are very entrenched problems, both from at a community level and at an individual level.
Mary Ellen Carroll is Director of Emergency Management, the department currently in charge of carrying out the operation launched in December by Mayor London Breed.
A public safety command that will be specifically targeted at the Tenderloin community. And we are past the point where what we see is even remotely acceptable.
And so what we're trying to do is raise the bar for the Tenderloin, for everyone who's there. And what we hear from the community is that they're pleased to see some changes happen, and they need to see more.
I see an improvement of cleaning the streets, of washing the sidewalk.
The plates, the food containers, the drug paraphernalia.
We've heard some high marks from neighbors in one regard, and that is the cleaning blitz. Finding a street blocked for a pressure cleaning crew is part of daily life here now, and a lot of neighbors love it.
Having the clear path to be able to see a couple of blocks down is a blessing.
So that's every day. Like every morning, the day starts off like that. the cleaning crew. So, but a lot of that stuff, like with the lady, the emergency, the chief, a lot of that's just platitudes. So what we're hearing from the community is of course they're enjoying it. You going in and cleaning up the crap off the streets every day because of your policies.
Yeah.
But what are you doing to ensure that life gets better for the 8,000 freaking people who are taking a crap every night on the sidewalks?
Yeah.
You know, that the root of the problem.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And let's say even if she is a good soldier, you still have Newsom over you screaming rhetoric constantly. You know what I mean?
And then you have Nancy Pelosi, whose district is in San Francisco. You know, she's a representative from there.
Wow, she's doing bad.
She don't care what's happening in San Francisco. She's over there giving speeches about the global economy and how the inflation is not. It's the new $1 trillion bill they just passed is not going to. You know.
Yeah.
Nance, San Francisco,
if we're in debt,
man.
Yeah. If we're in debt, just make the money. Like, dude, that's not how.
That's how you get out of debt.
Yeah. Obviously, you take out a loan.
Right. And like Dianne Feinstein, she's a senator from there. They just showed her. She used to be mayor for San Francisco, and that's when all these problems started. Back when she was a freaking mayor. Everyone who's ever been the ruler of San Francisco has just made it worse.
Apparently. Yeah.
Poor Tenderloin. Like, check them out.
They clean up everything. After 1 hour, they come back. It's some more garbage is there. So they are doing something good, but they have to be on a daily basis.
They're cleaning up their streets first, right? Now, what they do with the people that are here causing it, I'm not sure.
Cleaning these streets and sidewalks was never going to be the hard part. The trash is largely a byproduct of the city's larger, long-standing problems that have been pushed into this neighborhood. Homelessness and the drug epidemic that has claimed more than 1,360 lives in the past 2 years.
You know, there's people that you look around, it's like people look like zombies, and you know, but they're human beings. They're someone's son, someone's daughter, husband, mother, father.
So the emergency continues as neighbors watch and ask their own questions about what's being done, what comes next.
Where are you going to push them to? They have to go somewhere. You have to have a place for them.
What do you think it'll take to make a difference out here?
A lot of help. A lot of help.
Part of the help promised here is for those just going about their daily lives, but delivering on that is clearly going to depend on getting help to those struggling on the streets. So, are they getting help?
No, they're not. Just what we were talking about. Even you folks in the chat are pointing out too, man. Independent Man United, always a band-aid, never a remedy, right? So whatever it takes to keep the city going. Because if they have $12 billion of revenue coming in from taxes and stuff, man, they want to keep that going and spend as little of it as possible to, like you just said, put a Band-Aid on the problem. I think it's all part of their agenda, the Great Reset agenda from the establishment, man. They want these cities to be totally under their control so they can squeeze as much revenue out of them as they can.
Makes sense, yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
to me, I mean, I don't know. I guess the people crapping on the street, I mean, it's not just that they're homeless. They have to have like other problems going on too. Because if you reach the point where you're in a large major city and you're just crapping wherever you want to, there's something going on with you, man. Not that you just don't have a home. What you got,
And not
man?
even like in an alleyway, you know, or like in somebody's lobby. We're talking about on the sidewalk in the front. Like, you know what I mean? Like not behind a car. Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what they should do. They should put like on the sidewalks, like some raised garden beds.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
just tell the homeless, like, just crap in there, man. Just, you know, help us out. Who knows what kind of nasty tomatoes would be growing from the drug addicts who are pooping in like the diuretic spray.
You eat the tomatoes and get high? Like, what the hell?
Did you see that pipe, man? I think it said Biden Harris 2024 on it.
I saw it 100%. It said Maine China on the side too.
Right, sis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't vote for Democrats, right?
I agree.
Overnight. Problem solved.
Say, man, let's just give the Republicans a shot. I ain't saying let them take it over. You know, let's just vote for them.
Right. I mean, you know me, I don't care about the Republicans, but a lot of them have been running there. You know, to me, you got like the rhinos. You know, which most of the Republican Party are, but not all of them. We have a lot of America First people in there. Problem is, there's the only two choices. If you want to run, you have to be. That's why the Libertarians aren't really anything. Because
we're trying,
there.
man, representing. I'm the one Libertarian.
Anyway, we're gonna go to another. There's another like a upscale neighborhood. It's like a national park, and it used to be a military base, and they renovated all the barracks into apartment buildings, and they're like really like high end. So, but in this neighborhood, there's this dude. He's like a meth dealer. They call him the man in the woods. Not a dealer, but a meth addict.
There you go.
And he lives in the woods outside this neighborhood, and like he's always accosting and having interactions with the people that live there. But just one lady he's fixated on. And he's always going to her house. Like he'll show up naked and stuff and like try to get in her house. And he'll write messages on people's doors. Like, I almost got in. I'll the arrow pointing to the doorknob. And it's not that they're not calling the police on him. How many thousand did they say?
He's got 50 felonies though.
Yeah, he's got 50 felonies and he's always right back where he was. But anyway, so this is the lady.
Because she says over the past 5 years, she's called police and investigators over 50 times. At first, it was just packages stolen off her stoop and broken car windows in the neighborhood. But then one day, Anne's dog suddenly started barking.
Something was going on outside of my door, and so I looked outside and got a very good view of him.
You could actually see him trying to get into your house?
Yeah, from the window, yes.
What was that like?
Very disturbing, pretty menacing looking, and so yeah, it was scary.
Could you actually see the doorknob moving from the inside?
I worry about when I go to sleep at night, if he'll bust the windows and make it upstairs. And so I sleep with a taser and a single blade knife.
You sleep with that every night?
Every night.
All right, so that's the lady he has the fixation on, you know. So if he will bust into someone's house, right, to the point where they have to barricade themselves in their bedroom with a taser and a knife. The police can't do nothing. Like, he's back on the street. That is a policy problem. Because they call the police, he gets arrested, they take him to jail. A week later, he's back. That's a policy problem with San Francisco. And I think we've been seeing that all over. That would be a good idea, actually. Have a bunch of big, like, composting toilets. We're actually building one of those for the Bug Out Village. We've got a brand new toilet we're going to be using, too. It's going to be legit, man. We're going to hook up a rain catch so that you can actually flush it. We'll see. We'll get to it. I don't know. There's a lot of irons in the fire, okay, for the shift. Who's laughing now, right? It's better than having to go and have crap pressure washed off the sidewalk every day. I hear that, brother. The first time, you never hear from him again. But what happened to him? I think he overdosed, man. I don't know.
Yeah, he OD. Come on.
All right.
You see that guy? He's on drugs. Gotta be.
I would check him out, man. Here he is.
And here he is ringing Anne's doorbell at about 5 a.m.
Completely naked.
Naked?
Yeah.
Did you worry he'd hurt you?
Yeah, I mean, he's got very unpredictable behavior. He will, in one circumstance, be very timid and childlike. Then he's in a fist fight with officers or my neighbors.
Anne says the man's obsession with her has only grown over the years.
So he'd basically make this his home?
One of them, yeah, absolutely.
And we're not far from your house?
No. It's creepy as you can imagine. He's got a fixation, which is increasing on me. So it's scary. I live alone, and no one's gonna hear me scream.
You've thought about that before?
Oh yeah, I've thought about it a lot, actually, yeah.
Yep. And I know, right? Hold on. I missed it. Someone said too many excuses. I'd rather. Yeah, right, Yard Dog. And obviously, I mean, a lot of it too is within the city limits of San Francisco, and of course, state of California. She can't own a gun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she said, "Gotta do what you gotta do." I wouldn't live in a place where I couldn't defend myself with
crap like that.
I wanted to. You know what I mean? Because she lives alone, so it's just her and her husband or anything. It's just her.
Like if you live in a safe neighborhood, you can make an excuse. Well, I don't really need a gun. But if you have a situation like that and you can't get a gun, come on now.
Right. And the dude's a meth head. So he breaks in when he's high on meth and he's raging. You know? How many times could he be stabbed before, going down while he's choking her out or something?
Yeah.
You know? Like, what was the dude's plan? He showed up to her house naked.
It was
he's like, I'll show up naked and she'll let me in. We'll be in love. We'll be in love.
I mean, you see how sex is portrayed in the culture. I mean, it makes sense. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
This just goes to show you that all those you think will be gone first in the shift is not true. They already live in survival mode.
Yeah, true. Like, and what he wouldn't even know for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, he wouldn't even know there was a shift going on. He's like, what do you mean, dude?
Yeah.
I'm doing this. Leave me alone.
Until he could find his drug dealer. Like, that's it.
I hear you. Let's get up. That'll work. That'll work. He'd probably be into it though.
Yes. Really get ejaculate on you. You're like, oh.
And here's the bad thing. Not everyone who lives in her neighborhood thinks like she does, that he's a problem. Like they make excuses for him. They say it's not his fault. He needs help. Then get him help.
Yeah, right?
There's kids that live in that neighborhood. He approaches people's kids, man. What if he comes up to a kid naked one day? Is that okay? Oh, it's not his fault.
Yeah. It's just a kink, man.
Yeah. Anyway. See, watch this lady. She's one of his apologists.
Always tends to gravitate back towards this area.
That's Chrissy Kenny. She's lived here for nearly a decade.
Most of the residents who have been here for as long as we have all had some kind of an encounter with him.
A few doors down is Garner Swan. He's been here about 8 years.
Is it the best place for him to live? Probably not. Should he get help? Absolutely.
Some neighbors didn't feel safe talking to us. This woman wanted her face blurred.
For me, it's about my child and keeping her safe.
Do you worry something could happen to her?
Yes, I do. Yes. I just know he's going to come back here.
Here he is outside Anne's place, dressed in all black, about 1 a.m.
It's frightening. It's creepy. There's this guy who just watches me.
Do you think he's become obsessed with you?
Yeah, I do. And so do the detectives. So this is designed for us to see.
He's left several messages in chalk outside her home.
He wrote, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, wink, wink, wink.
Part of the problem is she won't leave, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're that afraid and you're not going to do anything, if you're not going to break the law and get a firearm and deal with the problem, just leave. Why are you still in that neighborhood? You know, at what point are you now taking part in your own terror? So Livin said.
Yes, right.
That might work. That might work. He's like, man, this neighborhood, there's crazy people live here.
These people are crazy. Yeah. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, right. Man, that's crazy. So anyway, but it all goes back to policy too, because the city officials, the police, they're not like the detective. That's what they think too. What detectives? What are you detecting? There's the dude. Go get him.
Yeah.
Get him
He's definitely gonna kill you. One night, he's just gonna come in here. He's probably gonna kill you. Thanks.
It's been going on for years. Like, he's only gonna be emboldened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's I didn't make a clip of it.
Yeah.
There's like 52 restraining orders from that neighborhood alone on this guy. 52 doing nothing. He don't care about restraining orders. But yeah, isn't that crazy? 52, man, within the neighborhood. And then you got people in the neighborhood who are like, oh, it's not his fault. He needs help. He has mental issues.
You want him to have help, put him in prison, drug test him, and every time it's positive, put him in solitary confinement, have a doctor, a drill sergeant, and a therapist. The drill sergeant makes him do workouts every morning till he's fucking sweated it out. Okay. And every
I'm
time,
on board. What's up, Mel?
every time he comes out to solitaire, you drug test him. If he goes in, you put him back in solitaire. If he does it 3 times, you waterboard him. Just, a little extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm down.
I'm just saying.
That's like a solution to me.
It's something. I'm doing more than they are. Right here.
No, but they're supposed to send a social worker, right? That's what they said after defunding the police.
Yes.
Getting the social worker to deal with this guy.
Yes.
Alone, by themselves.
Yes.
Like 5'2", petite female, just sitting around there.
Yeah.
She's got this, man.
With
She's
meth
trained.
in her pocket. Put meth in her pocket too. Yes. Oh, in the woods. All right, he's gone.
And then he does the meth and he's super high and he goes and he's like beating people to death on the sidewalk.
Yes.
Taking a dump.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right. Chalk messages. But anyway, we have a clip from police activity. It's in San Diego. It's not San Francisco, but it's right down the road. And it's the same kind of policies and stuff. But Devout has some commentary, so we're going to show the clip. So they're serving a warrant to evict this lady. She opens the door holding a butcher knife, and the cops like, drop the knife, lady, drop the knife. This is your eviction notice. And she's like, no, you drop your gun. She called him a fake cop, like he was pretending. So eventually he calls her back up. They bust in there. They've got the beanbag shotgun. Somehow she's swinging the thing at him, and so they all leave and she shuts the door, and then they come back in. All right, so watch what happens when they go back in the second time.
Hey, how's it going?
What is it?
Hi.
What is it?
Are you Yanli?
Yes.
Okay, here's a notice to evict. Okay?
What?
It's your notice for... Put the knife down right now or I'm gonna put your knife down. Put the knife down. Put the knife down right now. Put the knife down right now. Start. Show me your hands. Where you at? Where you at? Sheriff Department. Hold on. There's hands. Hands. Let me see your hands. Hands. Come out with your hands up. Come out with your hands up. Come out with your hands up. Beanbag. Put your hands up. Come here. Get down. Get down. Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
Anybody hurt? I got stabbed.
Yeah. So justifiable shooting.
I don't know. Here's my point. I like how immediately he was like, I'm going to I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah, right? Top kill words immediately. As soon as he saw the knife in her hand.
Like, I will fucking kill you. Sorry.
Kill you.
I will neutralize you.
Jeez, man. I think she did live though, right?
It doesn't say she didn't die. Usually in the description they say how she died, but it didn't say.
Right.
So.
But that was, man, that one little old girl, man.
Took out 5 cops.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, you come with a cop and a knife, they put you down like till the clip's empty.
Yes. So the threat is neutralized.
From 5 different directions.
Yes. Like.
But hey, I mean, they went in there. Somehow they all got pushed out again.
Right. She did it. She pushed them out.
She's like Bruce Lee's granddaughter. She knows some kung fu or something, man.
I don't know. We're 2022. That could be racist. I don't know.
What?
Bruce Lee's daughter.
What's racist? What? Does she know kung fu?
Could have been. Could have been. Yeah, right. Yeah. 2022. I don't know.
Whatever, man. They're born with it.
Yeah.
It's in their DNA.
My point is, we're talking about California, okay, the pinnacle of democracy, and you have 5 presumably straight white males that went in there, shot a immigrant, non-speaking, Asian woman because she wouldn't leave her home. I'm just saying, it sounds really bad. Sounds really bad. Now, I'm not saying this is the cops' fault. I'm saying this is the sheriff's and the freaking mayor and the governor's fault, because wasn't they supposed to send a social worker to go there and discuss avenues for her to get housing somewhere else, or to have a plan to like pay it back or something?
Right.
Like, no.
Well, I mean,
but they want to bitch to everybody else.
How many times have you been busy in the kitchen? Someone knocks on the door, you're cutting up vegetables or something, or you're cutting up meat, and you just got the knife in your hand and you go and open the door.
Yeah,
that could have been the case. I don't think she opened the door because she wanted to, or maybe she lives alone and she was afraid.
Exactly. That's another point. Like, she didn't have a child in there. She didn't have a person. You could have took your time with this.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm not trying to defend her actions afterwards. I'm just saying,
100% defend her. She should have stabbed him.
Sometimes police officers do escalate a situation beyond where it needs to be. He served the papers of eviction. I mean, why did he, like you brought up, he immediately dropped the knife. Yeah. And then later on, like it was cut out of this when I edited it, but after that, he kept saying, drop the gun.
Yeah, he did that for a while.
Yeah,
before he corrected it.
It's not a gun. Why are you saying that?
Yeah.
So.
Also,
I support law enforcement 100%, but I think the culture of enforcing laws has reached a point, to where stuff like this is escalated beyond where it needs to be. Like, she has been served the papers. They could have came back later on after things were de-escalated. I don't know. I'm not in law enforcement, so I'm a soldier. I was trained to kill people, but law enforcement, peace officers, supposed to have a different mission.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I mean, never once they told her, hey, look, put it down. We'll find you a place to stay for the week until we figure something out. Like, none of that was ever said. None of that happened. You're going to be okay. None of that happened.
Yeah. But again, though, she was in her own home.
Her own home.
Right. So
she's a woman. That was a dude.
Yeah. I know. You're right. She could have dropped the knife at any time.
Here's my point. She's Asian in California. She was told to stay in her home, never to fucking leave, to wear a mask in your home, even if you got the thing. Cops are evil. They're trying to kill you. The virus came from Wuhan. There's hate crimes in America.
Well, for 2 years also, she's been told, especially where she lives in San Diego, California, that the cops are the bad guys. They're always trying to kill minority people.
I'm supposed to have social workers coming here to talk to me.
Where's my social worker? Right.
Where's my social worker?
So, I mean, it all goes back to the policies that are in place here.
Yeah.
And it's weird that all of these policies in these super blue cities and these super blue states all line up with the agenda, of the World Economic Forum. To me, everything comes back to that.
Yeah.
They're trying to subdue and control all free peoples of the world. It's like I've been saying, I still believe this. World War III is going to happen, but it's not going to be countries against countries. It's going to be the global powers of the world suppressing the free people. Like that lady in Russia who had the balls to go on a Russian news channel and do that.
A patriot. That was a patriot.
Yeah, she was. She really was. She was standing up for, the little people, man.
Yeah.
Standing against the propaganda, just like we all are. But anyway, guys, so we're out of time. I went a little bit over this morning, man, but it was worth it. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys putting the word out there, man. Really do. Got school. Just got to make it through this week. And we'll be back on the other channel. However, we are going to continue to make content for this channel just in case the inevitable strike in the future happens and we have to be back on this channel. We'll already have stuff rolling. But I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, man. Hope you get out there and kick some butt. If you see a naked meth head, y'all know what to do.
I got one quick.
I got this, man.
Also, defund the police. How much is a pistol? Like $200. Ammunition is like $50. So $250, that situation still happens. Police reform, that looks very reformed, very progressive. We're a modern country. Okay, Putin, learn your ways. Okay, we're a modern nation. Okay, we're past this senseless violence. Fuck democracy, man. Fuck you, dude.
Good speech, man. Good way to end it. Good way to end it. I know you're tired of Nancy Pelosi spraying her democracy all over our face.
If you're gonna spray democracy on me, at least do it. Like, try it.
Y'all have a great day, man. Let's get out there, change the culture, and always be prepared because we don't know what's going to happen today. We'll see y'all here tomorrow morning. Peace.
Yes, later.
All downhill from here.